Happy Thursday, New Mexico. You're tuning in to the Youth Sports Report. You made a good choice by watching us. Kimbry Temple, Khalil Ekulona. We are here with all the great national and local sports news for you. And Kimbry, it has been one fantastic week for baseball and sports in general.
It has, and we saw you guys on Tuesday, and it's only Thursday, but we still have a ton to talk about.
There's so much going on. Baseball season is in full effect, or full swing, as some may call it. Let's take you around the nation and look at some of the highlights. All right, so we had St. Louis versus Pittsburgh playing each other again. Look, this is a huge, huge deal in the NL Central, and this game went into extra innings. Let's take a look right now. We've got a nice little play up front. Oh, a little error happening, allowing Andrew McCutchen to score to bring the game a little early. But errors were the name of the game because Pittsburgh had a few of their own, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's a nice little throwing error that allows a runner to advance. We're going to look at the replay again. This is what they don't get paid to do, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think, Kimbry?
Absolutely not. And leave it to baseball to have any kind of error make the game more exciting.
That's right. Sometimes it is more exciting when there are a ton of errors. And here we go, bottom of the 11th, and Pittsburgh gets a game-winning walk-off single to win the game 6-5 and take a nice little lead in the NL Central, which is very, very important. Look, Pittsburgh and St. Louis are going to be fighting from now until the end of the season for that coveted playoff position.
Oh, absolutely. It's a known rivalry in baseball, and I mean, 11 innings this early on in the season, I can only hope it continues to be this heated.
That's right. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic time. Let's take a look at America's second, third, fourth most favorite team, the Boston Red Sox, as they take on the Cleveland Indians from Major League fame. Yes, the Bo Sox are getting in action. David Price is on the bump, trying to handle things and to make it fly. We have a home run being taken off. That's Betts with the one home run, excuse me. He was 2 for 5, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. We also had another gentleman hit a home run. He goes by the name of Big Papi.
Big Papi, a name you should know, and if you don't, you should probably find out more about it.
That's right, because if you don't know, now you know. They love him when they call him Big Papi. Throw your hands in the air, because he is a true player, ladies and gentlemen. Pulling through. David Price is on the bump, really showing you why he was the man. Here we go. A nice little run in. Cleveland did their best to keep this game close, but
they sure did.
You know, the Boston Red Sox have a lot of fuel. They went from worst to first, back to worst again. Now they're trying to go first again. That'll be an interesting 4-year run for them.
It will be, and I think with Boston taking on such an easy team, I don't want to say easy in any offense to the Indians, but with a 6-2 win over the Indians, Boston's got some fever.
They have the fever, and Red Sox fever is going along, and we know how the nation loves the Red Sox. Look at David Price, that mastery, painting the corners. Absolutely insane, and he gets some help. Great defense by Betts on the jumping catch. This young man, they're expecting a lot from him this year. David Price is like, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're hooking me up. And look, it's sunny out there in Cleveland, but it's cold. Do you want to play in that?
I would never want to. That doesn't seem like a great combination to me.
Not at all. That does not seem like much fun. Here we go, the strikeout, swing and the miss. And they get it. Boston Red Sox, 6-2 wins. Winning pitcher is Price. Losing pitcher is Kluber. And we're moving on. Okay, so we covered the Boston Red Sox, but they have their hated rivals. I wonder who that could be.
I don't know. I want to say maybe the New York something or another.
Yeah, like something doodle dandy.
Yankees. The
Yankees.
New York Yankees.
Yes, it
Yankee
is, ladies and gentlemen.
Dandy.
Yes, that was pretty corny, but you know how we do here on the Youth Sports Report. Okay, Houston Astros versus the New York Yankees. Look, the Houston Astros have gotten better over the years, ladies and gentlemen. They are a threat in the American League, so don't overlook them.
No, certainly not. And I know that the Yankees fans all over the nation are definitely wishing they hadn't overlooked the Astros.
Exactly. Not today. They had a pretty decent pitching effort from their guys. There you go. Absolutely freezing him on the bump, fanning another one on the bump. This young man, look at that placement. That is what you call sweet, ladies and gentlemen. That's the sweetness of great pitching and helping himself out with defense. There you go. Take a little stab at that. Now, it's interesting as a pitcher. Sometimes you get those balls coming right back in your face, and
You sure do.
Scary.
And back in my softball days, I never played pitcher, but our pitcher got hit one too many times right in the face or the chest with the ball she had just pitched.
Man, that's got to be something else.
Yikes.
That's dangerous stuff. You got to give him the props for being so brave, getting out there. That Houston is able to score on a wonderful play. Look at this. Slow motion cam. I like slow motion. I should do everything in slow motion.
Slow motion.
There you go. Houston wins 5-3. Yes, Houston wins the game 5-3, and they've pulled it off. We got some more Major League Baseball action for you, but now we're going to jump to the NBA because something special happened, okay? I think, on Monday we saw Villanova beat North Carolina for the national championship in dramatic fashion, arguably one of the greatest basketball games ever to happen in national championship history, college or pro.
Sure.
But the Philadelphia 76ers, who share Philadelphia along with the Nova Wildcats, did something remarkable, Kimberly.
They sure did. And all jokes aside, Philadelphia's sports teams seem to be picking up on whatever somebody left off for them.
Yes, Villanova set it up. We'll see what the Eagles can do and maybe the Flyers in the NHL playoffs. But right now, the 76ers are fixing to get to winning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they realized if you win, the entire city gets half off of free cheesesteaks. And don't say that to Philadelphia fans because they're going to demand that their team comes out there and plays. Man, by the way this team looked, you wouldn't have thought that this team had secured the worst record in the NBA for the 4th straight year. 4 straight years.
You sure wouldn't, but all props to Philadelphia this year. We saw it in basketball, like Khalil said. We're looking to see it more in hockey, baseball, football even.
Actually, as a Giants fan, I could take for the Eagles actually not doing their thing in football. That works. That absolutely works for me. Okay, we're going to move on to another beautiful game going on. The Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Milwaukee Bucks, ladies and gentlemen. This game was not much of a contest. Look, I'm going to tell you the score right now. 109-80. But there's a person who really stepped up for Cleveland, and he goes by the name of Mr. J.R. Smith. This is a guy that they need to really step up and to play well. Kyrie Irving out there shooting the 3. LeBron James with a modest 17 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, 14 rebounds and 8 assists. This kid is a living triple-double machine. I'm going to talk a little bit more about his potential greatness coming up soon.
Sure, and we talked about it a little bit before the show, so I'm certainly excited to hear a little bit more about why we think he's going to go really far.
This kid is something else. All right, last up, coming up on Around the Nation, we've got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Utah Jazz. Now, normally you would see this game and you would think San Antonio is going to win pretty handily. Not so fast, says Utah Jazz. Utah out there playing hard, playing well, knowing that they've already locked up a playoff spot. Possibly if they can catch some mojo or momentum Joe, as we like to call it around here, these guys are going to pull through. And they gave San Antonio everything that they could handle.
They put their hearts in this game, and we see the Spurs running back and forth on the court, just trying to keep up.
Trying to do their thing. That's Kawhi Leonard with a huge shot. Tim Duncan giving him props because the kid is the man. Cook for the winning 3, and it just barely misses. Not all of us can be Steph Curry. So the San Antonio Spurs win 88-86, really pulling it out. Kawhi Leonard, 18 points, 8 rebounds, and Mr. Hood, 23.7 rebounds. They tried as best they could, but Mr. Hood and those couldn't get it done.
They just couldn't. But it was a close game and a real nail-biter for basketball fans everywhere.
Right. Playoff push is coming. We got one more week left. Be sure to stay tuned to everything that you have, and we can make it happen. But we had the Final Four on Monday.
We did. Basketball's March Madness, Final Four, college basketball, and now the Frozen Four. My personal favorite title for a Final Four matchup of all time. Frozen Four, and it's hockey. NCAA hockey, it only makes sense. And those games are actually tonight at 5:30 and 8:30. 5:30, you'll see Boston College take on Quinnipiac. Excuse me, that's a difficult word to say. And then at 8:30, you'll see Denver and North Dakota. Of course, on Saturday, we'll see the two winners of those games take on for the championship. And we'll see who is the frozenest team in NCAA hockey.
Who can be ice cold?
Ice cold.
That's right.
It runs in their veins.
That's right. That's what I was about to say. Check it out. I have a question though. Looking at that North Dakota graphic, I wonder if they play Notre Dame, do people get confused?
I'm sure that they do. They must. ND, real confusing.
Exactly. We'll see what happens.
A lot of sports teams.
A lot of sports teams. We're coming out with some more college football, college basketball, college information. We got everything for you on the College National Rundown here on the U Sports Report.